Hey, listen, I just want to mention one thing to everybody. Dez actually plays this very special part in this actual competition. He played for us on CRM Players after we sort of goaded him into it a little bit. And that literally was the thing that led to the discussion that led to this. It was that.
You know what? I don't know if we good. Do you call goading? Hey, Des, the other guy from the other company, you know, he did it. You want to do anything?
Competitive fire there. Yeah, no, that was amazing. We sort of spontaneously played a tune, and then you guys ran with it. So credit to you, Brent, and to you, Paul, and to all the other CRM players like Nicole and all the other people on the team. And it's amazing. It was great during the pandemic to have this project to work on. And I have to say, I don't know about the other bands, but we had actually have never played together live. No. Wow, none of us had ever played together live. I mean, I knew Neil was a musician. I knew Daniel was a bass player, but we had never performed live. So it was really fun way to spend October recording these tunes, September and October.
So you all kind of aware, you actually weren't an organized band at all. So this came together for this.
No.
Wow.
I was a solo artist before this.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
was
not
playing
surprised.
Nichols on the corner. And then, you know,
All right, so I have a question for you, Des. Des, what's going on in your mind when you're playing and then you look up to the camera with that kind of deer in the headlight look? What's going on there?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, I think it's kind of like I'm so concentrating on just the tone and the notes and the tune. And then every once in a while I realize, oh yeah, I'm recording a video and I could actually look like, you know, I'm acknowledging the people that are in the virtual audience.
You're in the zone.
yeah.
I think at one point I managed to smile, be conscious enough to smile, but most of the time, yeah, it was kind of like.
But Des, I mean, it really, Des is the eye candy of the band. I mean, that's why.
That's my role in the band. I don't know how to play guitar. Neil did all my parts. Yeah.
So what went into the song selection for the 3 songs you guys did?
Well, Beethoven, we figured someone was already doing Beethoven's Fifth. Everyone knows the Ukrainian national anthem and the Workers' Party too. So we decided to go with the American rock song. Yeah. Neil, what was your guys' process?
Well, for me, it was all about equality. You know, Jane was singing this song about a man who was heartbroken, so I had to sing about a woman who was heartbroken. You know, it's all about being equitable.
Yeah, we traded roles a little bit there.
LGBT rights.
Yeah, and I don't know whose idea it was for Otis Redding, but my voice is still.
That's a hard one, man. That was you guys pulled it off, but that's challenging. So, Jane, have you had like professional experience prior to all this?
You know, I wouldn't say professional experience. So I taught myself guitar in like the 8th grade, but as far as singing, I've always been, you know, I've always loved singing, and I actually used to put up videos on YouTube. Not a lot of them are still public, but yeah, it's just a little hobby that I've always loved doing. So
you actually have a bunch of YouTube videos right now under your name?
Yes, I don't know how many of those are public though, because it was from a while back. I would say like 5 years ago. So I'm kind of working on trying to update that.
Well, okay, but it's Jane Day. So everybody, when you're Googling it on YouTube, or you're putting in search on YouTube, Jane Day.
Or just say Google The Voice Oracle.
The Voice. Right, the Voice.
There.
Definitely do that. So one last thing with you guys. I think the others, you guys are like loading us up with people here. I heard you.
Well, we got to leave time for your one more. So we're gonna make this your last.
Well, we got Chris, the drummer, and then I think there's a special guest.
Yeah,
we better actually move because we got 5 minutes to do all of this.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same guy. I think it is. I'm going to get off because we have a history. And the last time I saw him, he was in the parking lot of a Circle K eating expired hot dogs. So I'm going to leave.
All right, Neil. Thank you for joining us, man.
All right, guys. Thank you
guys.
so much. You're awesome.
So who do we have next? Because I don't see anyone but the last person, Stig.
Oh, bring him on.
Okay, we're ready for Stig.
Chris,
All
if
right,
you're backstage, we'll get you on.
All right, here he is, the man.
Oh my God, that's what that is. That's they said Stig. I know 100 Stig.
Stig Feldspar.
Yeah,
exactly.
Feldspar.
We know who you are because we still owe you like a couple of bucks. You said from way back when or something.
Everybody owes me money. Everybody, but you know what? I'd like to thank the CRM players for giving us all a good reason to party and getting the band back together. My words for the CX Pistols, though, I mean, it wouldn't have killed you to throw in a Billy Idol cover or something like that. I mean, you had the time, and that's not my greatest hits.
Yeah, sorry about that, Stig. And I'm sorry about the whole thing of dropping you off in that in Joshua Tree and kicking you out of the van and leaving you behind. It wasn't personal, man. Things were just getting intense in the van.
If you look, from what I'm gathering, you guys dropped him off at Joshua Tree in the '90s, right? So if you had just thought about it, you would have beaten Bono to it, and you would have been fine. You would have been
I just gotta ask a question to Stig because
go ahead, man.
The video promotion thing, you guys, it was really great. But I do have some questions real quick. Yeah. Instead of VH1, it was DH1. Could you tell us exactly what DH1 is? And then the last one is your description of the band. You said they sounded like a combination of Bob Marley, the Great
Railroad,
and Enya. Yeah, can you explain that for us?
Yeah, well, sure, because a lot of it comes from their influences. When you spend as much time with the band as I do, all of Dez's influences are pretty much German. Kraftwerk, Falco, he's got, that's what builds it up. And then when you merge it together, that's where you get musical magic. I was just talking, like other people are influenced by the CX Players when we nominate them for the Rock Hall. I was talking to Kathy Lee Gifford the other day, who I've been working with, a lot. Man. She lists her influences as, Aretha Franklin and the CX Pistols. DH1, heck if I know. They just showed up, pulled me out of the van, and asked me these questions. I mean, I was outside Paul's house at the time.
Yeah, I know, because you had a bottle of tequila that you'd taken from the basement.
Yeah, exactly. If you're wondering where your Cabo is or Aftershock, I speak in usually about 7:39.
Stig, look, I got to say, look, you're one of my rock legend heroes. I saw you coming in. I just let it happen.
You just let it happen. Just let it slide. Well, I appreciate that because I'm going to be there tonight.
This has been a lot of fun, Stig. We really, but we got to get Chris the drummer in. I don't know. It just says the drummer. So we're gonna have to say goodbye to Stig and then bring in the drummer. Thank you, Stig, and keep looking in the mail for that money.
Peace. Yeah, see you on the road, guys.
Keep looking for that money. Stig.
All right. Okay, so real quick, only got a couple of minutes, but we got to get the drummer in, right?
Yeah,
drummer in, man.
Oh, look at that! Wow, I haven't done that for like.
So Chris spontaneously combusted in Cleveland, but he actually recovered, but he speaks in monosyllabic words and phrases. So he taps out most of his responses in Morse code.
Wow, there it is.
Oh, okay. You're not allowed to say that on the air.
Yeah.
You're good, Paul. No, Chris is the heart of the band, and as all the musicians know, the heart of a good band is the drummer. If the drummer isn't keeping time, then it's not going to happen. So big thanks to Chris, and then a shout out to Daniel, who couldn't join us today. Again, he's back at the Collective in Ukraine doing some work. But Daniel, on top of the great drumming, you need great bass playing, and Daniel provided that, and he did all the music, the video production and audio production that made it all. So Chris, if you have any words that you could string together, what would you say about your CX Pistols experience?
It was done with a lot of love and a lot of passion, and I'm glad the band is back together.